what they feel like they can get. Now, if it's a cat that's like, yo, I have this knowledge, right? And I know I can buy 5 homes and flip them in 5 years. If I take these 3 women and we use our credit and manipulate them, we all can be good. I don't want to do that because that shit looks like work. Nobody wants to work. Ask any, what Linux Small right now, ask any woman, yo, if you got the dude make 100,000 and you trying to have 3 women, are you gonna be down with that? They're gonna say no initially, like you said, not knowing if they're dating him that it's unorganized polygamy. I'm giving you that. But for it to be out in the open, the trade-off for a woman has to be her pride. And the pride has to be, well, I'm in the Bentley. Pride is the biggest thing about polygamy.
But remember,
in the hip-hop culture, as you call it.
Right, but remember, if that dude making 100,000 come up to her transparent, now he gives her the choice. Now she gets the choice. She might be cool with it. She might be cool with it.
But then that's the other thing too, though. At where does that woman fall in her own mental level of finance and success? Because she feel like, well, I can make 100, or she feel like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. It's all about the mindset.
Right. Well, there you go. You said the perfect answer. Mm-hmm. It's all about the mindset, and it's all about transparency, and it's all about.
But is it easier for a man of many riches to be transparent versus a man of not as many riches? Because let's keep it funky. It's about money, man. It's either about one or two things. It's either about finances or it's about what a motherfucker think you.
Let me ask you. Let me tell you this. Let me go even deeper about it in our culture. Mm-hmm. It ain't even about the money, because you got some men that have millions that probably couldn't even get away with it. Right? They got millions, right?
Okay.
It's about the fame. It's really about the fame in our culture. Okay. Our culture is really about the fame, because in our culture, somebody would be quick to call you a nobody because they wouldn't know if you rich or not. They wouldn't know if you wealthy. Our culture is the show me culture.
Of course.
You feel what I'm saying? Right. Oh, that's a nobody. You know, that's it. But it's like you said, it's easier for like a Mayweather. You know,
because the fame matches the.
I know famous broke dudes that can have polygamous relationships, right, and women to be cool with it because he on TV. That don't mean he's a millionaire yet. He just probably started out.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But since the term groupie is a group of people forms a community. If a group of people live in a neighborhood, they'll call it a community.
So at one night, Chris Brown had a concert in Atlanta, and at the suite, he got 20 women in there. It's community?
Yes, because they all know about it. They all know.
But what I'm saying is, polygamy, once again, goes back though. Polygamy is about community. What are they building in that?
That's the thing about
sex.
Hold on. But yeah, but if he got an STD or something, it'll be different, right? Like if he caught an STD, right? He'll be building an STD, right?
Oh, you wild.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you get what I'm saying? This is the real, right? No, if you were the groupie, right? And let's just say in the beginning when you say, okay, what are they, you know, exchanging? They exchanging sex, right? Mm-hmm. But what if the dude, the celebrity, I don't want to use no names, put a rumor out on nobody. Right. But what if he goes home with an STD he can't cure? Then he lives with her forever. Something she gave him. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So when you do have sex with a person, you still share souls. You still take a piece of that person.
For me, when we speak about polygamy, I'm really thinking about community. I'm thinking about what is being built. I'm thinking about notorious. I'm thinking about what's the gain at the end of it.
The gain at the end of it is what
for everybody.
The gain is what the man has to be transparent because he's the leader.
Right. So if I'm dating out here unorganized polygamy, what am I telling the 3 women? I'm gonna sit down there and say, hey, I'm dating all of y'all.
Yes.
But then what after that?
Yes. You have to set the goal because you're the man. That's the issue out here. That's the issue with no transparency. Right. You're not meeting her and saying, hey, look, I'm gonna get a condo with you. Hey, look, I'm gonna do this with you. Now let's just say she knows how to do paperwork. Let's just say she knows.
So let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
So you think that our culture I know my answer. I think I know yours too. Would benefit more from more polygamous relationships than the monogamous relationships?
Yeah, I think they would. Okay. Because they're dating unorganized out there.
I think so. But
I think if they could afford to.
I think so for different reasons though.
If they could afford to.
What's your reasons for that though?
Because, let me tell you something.
Okay.
More fathers will be in the house.
Talk about it. Keep going.
Security.
Okay.
You get to leave a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, houses, stocks. See, people are dating. I'm gonna give you.
Can we do that without polygamy though?
What?
Can we do that without polygamy though?
What?
Stop. Everything you just said. People do that without being in polygamous relationships.
No, they do that in dating relationships, unorganized relationships, being selfish. How many single home, single parent mothers is out here?
Right.
So it's a selfish thing.
Okay.
So yeah, he might have stocks and bonds and the crib, but her son might want to eat. He might his stomach might be touching because he's over there being unorganized with another woman. Mm-hmm. You got some men that'll buy somebody else's kids gifts before they even buy their own kids gift. Mm-hmm. Just because they showing off, it's a temporary moment. Mm-hmm. It's unorganized.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
For me, polygamy it could be a way to make a stronger black community. For me, it's a real not micro. It's a real.
Just say strong. We gonna say stronger community. Period.
Yeah, but I'm saying black. Too much. Us, hip hop culture, whatever.
I got you. But hip hop is white, Spanish too.
I ain't talking about black niggas. So
we gotta take the nigga out of that.
Black people.
You feel?
I hear you going. I'm being very. I'm speaking in colloquialisms right now.
Hip hop culture.
Right. So for me, I look at the grand scope in terms of how it's in Atlanta. I don't even know the ratio anymore. I don't even know I've been here like 8-9 years. It's changed so much every year. So I'm just gonna throw a number out. I'm gonna say 15-1 in Atlanta. It's probably more or less. You probably got those stats in your back pocket.
Probably 22.
Okay, cool. But now let's also add this. I'm gonna say let's say 15. Then you add in the gay population as well, who don't necessarily want those women. So how much does it go up then in Atlanta? So let's just say we had 22, right? 22-1. So it's 22-1 that women are looking for that one man. They all looking for him. But what if 2 or 3 of them got together and said, "We gonna share this"?
You know the issue. You know the issue with that. Mm-hmm. You know that you just spoke on. You keep on talking, man. You answered the whole polygamy.
So my thing for me is in this day and age, if there's more women than men, which these are facts.
Right.
There's more women created than men, and then on top of that, we got the factors of how many men are in prison. There's so many things that breaks it down. It's probably even higher. So, and the painful thing I'm about to say is it's probably not a applicable goal for every woman of color to think that she's going to get married if the numbers or the stats are looking like that. So it's probably better for you. No?
Let me tell you something. I think more sisters will be married. Mm-hmm. If they believed in a man that's the electrician, the plumber, the guy that's with the trucking company, the guy that's not glorified in our community.
It's not sexy.
It's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not glorified.
Not sexy business.
The lawyer, the doctor is glorified. The rapper, the drug dealer is glorified. Walk up to the average. Let's just say, walk up to a sister and be like, "Yo, I'm a plumber." Mm-hmm. You know, that's not.
Depends on the sister though.
But
I don't box them men.
And no, I'm not boxing them men.
Can't box them.
I'm not boxing them. If that's the case, I went up to plenty of young men and say, "Why don't you be a plumber? Why don't you?" Nah, that ain't cool. Well, women don't like that.
It's 2 or 3 reasons for that too, though. First of all, plumbers gotta start popping shit.
but see, but the
CDL jobs gotta start popping shit.
Thank you.
You gotta start popping shit.
Thank you.
You start popping shit, then shit gets it's like okay. Because like you said earlier, you gotta put the worm on the hook to get
there you go. That's why I want to create I want to even get a CDL myself to create a CDL game, just to make it cool. I go to plumbing school just to make it cool.
Right.
You know, you get what I'm saying.
The thing is, work never looks cool. That's the problem.
But let's go.
Work don't look cool.
No, there you go.
Cool.
So what's the difference between Mayweather? He works, right?
Oh, hard.
But it doesn't look cool. What looks cool?
No, it looks sexy though.
But why it looks? I'm trying to get
because of the outcome.
No.
The outcome of
hold on.
A nigga in the gym sweating with a six pack and he's pulling up to the gym in the Bentley as fucking looks cool.
Wait, but I'm
cool. It's also entertainment.
Thank you. The CDL driver could pull up in a Bentley too, and he could go to the gym, and he could film himself like Mayweather. Right. It's just that the media, the fame is on Mayweather. Right. So you answered the question. Fame looks sexier than the work.
Of course.
Fame is sexier than money. Because you could do the same thing. You could do
sexier than money. I ain't mad at that. But once we go back a step though.
Let's go to Carly Red. I'm gonna touch on that.
Okay, actually, go ahead.
Carly Red was like, yo, don't follow my man. She was on the Breakfast Club. Right. She's like, yeah, my man, you know, he bought like a big 9-carat ring or something like that. She was like, yeah, he drive trucks. He got a CDL company. Now Carly Red made it cool. She made it cool for now. You might have women looking for the guys with CDL because Carly Red went on there and made it cool because she's on the
make it cool.
No, what?
You need more than a Carly Red to make it cool.
No, you know why I'm gonna say that? Because she's on. Let me tell you something. One of the
hottest shows out.
One of the hottest shows. She's on the Breakfast Club. Okay. And she's saying
she can be tweaking a couple people's minds.
And she's saying, and she's a black woman saying she's happy. And she showed off the big ring. Remember where
I don't know that part right there. The happiness nobody cares about. People just care about the show because people that's miserable that's putting up with bullshit.
But hold on,
you know what I'm saying? The happiness, that's a byproduct of it.
But she still showed off that 9. So she showed something.
Right. That's the thing. The material.
Yeah, she showed off that 9-carat ring or a 10-carat. It was a big ring this dude bought. Right. So now when you looking from the outside in, what they gonna say? Yo, a CDO guy can afford that? We never knew that. I'm not saying every sister, but it's the fame that comes to it. It's cool. It's basically cool. It's cool to date a lawyer.
But you also see that it's where he started. If he got a company, he got multiple trucks, he's doing different things. That was a grind to build that. That's a grind, and that's a grind that it takes a special type of person, not even woman, person, to see something from the ground level and say, I'm a rock and see this. That's a different, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference. I'm sure before Carly Red, he had shorties as he got his first truck. And I don't see it, second truck, they don't see it. It's about vision. It's about vision. And a lot of people, not just sisters, don't have vision. And like I said, you know, the average person, the thing about finances, and this dude from Chicago, I can't remember his name, he's a doctor. He was talking about finances back in the 80s, and it's still, the dissertation or whatever still holds weight today, is that if a black man is not creating a job, then how can he get a job? He doesn't control the job market. So we need to change, we need to expel and reinvent or